Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another WWE Champions video. Today we got Erick Rowan, Ramblin Rabbit. This is going to be our second review, I guess, is what this is going to be called, where I go back and review superstars in the roster and talk about if you should take them up or not. Now, last episode was Joe Gacy. Now we're on to the chase character of the Wyatt Six, Erick Rowan. This one is exactly why I think the Wyatt Six in particular are so fun to build up, because once you get more stuff for them, you're going to run different move sets, maybe even, or different trainers and coaches, and it completely changes the character. As we have, I'm going to show off Rowan's move damage build, but then we're going to show off his gem build, and it is a huge difference to the character, and actually a character with a gem build I would even use at Hype 4. Now, my Rowan is Hype 3, and this is all completely with him. This is no universal. This is from Titan Shop or the Hype Loot, but mainly Titan Shop to get him Hype 3. So that is the big thing. I do have the moment, obviously, because I do have all of them. The good news is none of this at the moment is going to help Rowan out at all. So we're going to start with the move damage build, and then we'll work our way up as we go here. I'm going to start with very more basic stuff, and then we'll actually build them up, as he has a lot more build options than I think Joe kind of had in terms of movesets, where Joe really wanted just one click, or now two click now with King. But Rowan has a lot of good stuff. So 7 MP purple, deal 312,000 damage and increase your black MP by 10. Our 7 MP purple, again, that deals 500,000 damage and increase your black move by 250% for a turn. And then the Diving Splash, finisher, 10 charge, deal 3.1 mil damage, and choose a 2x7 arena to swap into purple. Obviously, these two moves are very good. This gets us loaded. We're not touching the board. Very simple stuff. So, as you can see, we're going to be running Woods, and we're going to run KO. Because in reality, because the fact these two purples are 7, we're going to have some way to get them loaded up. But then we will use Lita and Ted. Now, there are definitely better characters. I think there might be a 75% black coach now. It might be Lola. I can't remember. It might be Lola. And then Gooker obviously would be the better choice at 75 just all to really buff you out. Now, the hard thing is, because we need to get the moves loaded, we're not getting black move damage. So our finisher is only doing 5.9. But let's see how this does against Scott Steiner. Oh, wait, I should probably show you the belt. So, belt right now that we're going to run is just tier 5 takedown. Obviously, you want a black 200%. The plate does not matter. This is actually a belt shared with Zombie Bailey. So that's why they work very well together. I mean, if you wanted to actually make it a more Rowan plate, you can run... probably, I don't know where it is, it's somewhere in here, the break either black purple, or break the purple and give you black. So a corporate crown would work. I think this would probably be a good one, or the reverse color would also work. It's not needed for Rowan at all. Plate-wise, there's really nothing crazy for him, I think, at the moment. But otherwise, yeah. That is one good thing about this build. Really no plates are needed. Alright, here we go. So our finisher base is 17.3 mil. So we're going to increase our black MP by 10. Then we're going to increase our black move by 250%. Boom. Finisher now does 60 million. Now, mind you, that is not including the hype. The hype goes in afterwards, so we'll actually, as you'll see, zero him. But if you fight someone with the same hype, you will do turn 1, guarantee 60 mil. There we go. Again, a very basic moveset. However, 60 million is, I would say, not as good as you would want. I kind of said that with Joe in the last video, that 60 mil isn't really where you want to be seen now. Obviously, that I don't know. I would like to see at least 80 at lowest, I think, to really use someone. And compare him to a lot of the modern strikers out right now, like Jay Yeet and OTC Roman. He needs to pick up the pace. But let's get more into it. Also, I should mention I am missing 40 levels on him, so a bit more gems. So when we get a gem build, he will actually hit harder. I mean, I forgot to mention that with Joe's video as well. But so, a few things we're gonna change in the other moveset. We're gonna keep the move damage, but I'm gonna show you a feud build. If you have +1 purple and +1 all, does not matter. And that is this build right here. So instead of Ted, we are going to be running Stenahode. And we're going to run Asuka. Again, +1 purple or +1 all will then fill up the 7 charge moves. So instead of whatever it was, 5.6 or something, we are now doing 9.4 on the finisher. So way more damage than last time. Way more damage. So now our fin does 20 million base instead of 17. So 3 mil increase though right there. Boom. And then there we go. 72 mil finisher this time. So 72 mil. Still not where I want. Not what I want. Not hitting hard enough yet. I want to see a bit more out of that. Again, at least 80, but I want to do a little bit more than that. I mean, preferably even harder if we can. So, not enough, right? Not cutting it. So then, I didn't use Rowan. Period after this. I mean, he's a great chase nonetheless still. But once his move damage and he wasn't getting there, and then all these other strikers, and especially Striker Modern with OTC and J and stuff, there was just better ones to use. Until I got Howdy and then soon after Abby. But mainly, once you get the actual moment, the first one, and that with Keen as well, it completely changes Rowan here. And we're going to go to his gem build now. Obviously, Howdy makes this a completely different moveset. But triple blue is the moveset. So let me get these in, and then I will tell you what they do. So, triple blue, 6 charge blue. Deal 440,000, make 30 random gems in a row break, and then deal 115,000 bonus damage for every row break gem on the board. Again, so that is a 1 move, making the row break, and then doing unblockable damage, which is never that bad. Always good to have some unblockable. The Beal here is a 7 charge blue, and we're going to deal 503,000 damage and make 18 random gems in a multi of strength 7. So some pretty big multis, pretty high strength there. Times 7 base is not bad at all, and making 18 is also very solid. Then we have our Choke Slam, 6 charge blue, 490,000 damage, and choose 7 gems to make into black. Now, because we still have a 7 charge move, we need some extra MP. The good news is with a blue MP trainer and brand new King, well, he's not really brand new anymore, but King, we can do that. So right there, that's 18 of strength 9. Obviously, then we're going to want Knight. And because we don't need to run Santa Hogan, obviously the best choice would be Bow. If you don't have Bow or even Knight and you don't know what to do, I would say the second option would be Rowan for 200, or not Rowan, Dexter. White 6 Dexter, Mercy the Buzzard, to do 200% more row break, as we are making 30, and then you also get more bonus damage. But if you have Howdy, obviously run Howdy, 24 strength 9 for that +6 extra. And being able then to, I also have multi 60 on top of that. So if you can, this is definitely the way to go. So there we go, 24 strength 9, but we're not done yet. Our belt, here, let me grab the belt. Now this is a 150, so it kind of skews the damage a little, but if you have yours max level, that'll definitely change. Tier 5, not the best metals, again, not even a move damage of him. The great thing too Well, Howdy and some stuff is a little bit tougher. The plates are not. We are running both of the Wyatt 6 plates. Insatiable Hunger basic plate. Whenever you make 6 or more row break, increase all of your gem by 50% for a turn. And down the rabbit hole, whenever you break 7 plus row break, generate 22 random black. There are a few other things you can do. Obviously, if you want to run Black Rumble, you could. I actually think this is better, and you'll kind of see why. Or at least I don't think Black Rumble should go on unless you have a ton. I think they're better suited on other people, for instance, Yeet J or Beefcake Hall of Fame or a bunch of other people. However, Insatiable Hunger, I think you could replace for the row break times 8s, the anniversary, or if you had the mini Black Rumble, I would also consider that maybe a good one. But these two plates are very, very easy to get and are not at all hard to get at all. So I would definitely put these on him because, again, they are very easy. Now, if you have 4 of the 5 Wyatts, we get another multi plus 4, row break 200, black gem 50, which is going to help Rowan as that's his main color, and receive 30% less. If you also have the Wyatt 6 versus American Made moment, you will get an additional 10 row breaks, so we'll be making 40 row breaks then and doing bonus damage on all of that. 50% more gem damage and 50% more multi, so again, hitting even harder. So this build is going to hit extremely hard. So let's see how much we do. Because of King, all moves are going to be full, even the 7 charge, which makes 24 random and a multi of strength 13. Our black gems with tier 5 even are doing almost 300k. If you had the other moment, they're even higher than that. So let's start off with our row break, pump panel, 30 random, doing 300, almost 350 per, and again, that would be even better with the other moment on top of it. Now, because I'm hype 3, the damage will be a little skewed as a blockable. Yeah, that did 17 mil. It would not do that much, but still free unblockable. That also increases our black to almost 330. Now we're going to make 24 strength 13s. Put them on the board. So if we have a times 13 black, we're doing 5.3 mil. Now, I will say, I'm going to swipe for us to actually see more of the damage. But realistically, you would want to not probably swipe. You would rather have as much damage and destruction as possible. But this will also skew the damage a little bit because we're hype 3, but it's so much damage it doesn't matter. So there we go. We kind of intentionally miss some of the multis so that they become black, and there we go, 166 million. I'll run that again as that's kind of a little, I wouldn't say it's a low hit. I think 150 for me has been the lowest hit. Or the highest I've hit is like 190. So we'll run that one more time, and then we'll do a tag match with this moveset as well, as the tag link will benefit this build even more. 160, obviously hype 3, but even if you take that out, you're still doing way more than enough. I'm also missing 40 levels, and the other moment that we give you 50% more gem, 50% more multi-gem. You would also receive 50% less, so they would do a little bit less to Rowan. You would also have 10 more row breaks, so then you have a bit more unblockable. I mean, really, in terms of a chase, Rowan is... Once you have all the stuff, Rowan is not a chase character, man. He is very strong. Very, very strong of a character. I like him a ton. Because I was testing him out once I got all these people, and I'm like, wow. It's such a different character now compared to his move damage build. Obviously, right, you wouldn't do this. It would be way easier if you just made 4 breaks and stuff. I'm just going to try and show you guys a bit more of that damage. I kind of messed it up. I forgot there was a wildcard. I mean, still right there, you can tell that was 42 mil. Like, considering how low of a hit that is. Even with my mess up. I've been very good at messing up stuff when recording. I'm never this bad by myself, but I am paying attention to multiple different screens at the same time. Alright, we'll run that again. Actually, hopefully one more time, do it right, and then we'll run the tag match and we'll call it there. So yeah, I mean, to me, he's doing damage. I mean, is he doing as much, I think, as Jay or Roman? Honestly, Roman, if you run the MP build on him, I actually prefer Roman than Roman Reigns, OTC, because unless you run him big gem build, the blue purple way with King, which I think is honestly the reason why you would even use him, because you want big damage and just make sure that someone dies with a ton of health. Otherwise, Jay, I think, is maybe the only other character I would say is better in terms of modern striker. Okay, that's not gonna work. I gotta go somewhere else so I can actually break these freaking gems here. Alright, let's do that. We'll go there. Obviously, right, it's not going to take this long either. I'm just trying to show you guys more stuff. Actually, would rather take that. And there comes up to 2. Hit more multi. 777. There we go. So still, a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Jay is maybe the only one I would like maybe consider to be used, because I do think he can hit harder. And he actually has reversal and stuff, but gosh, Rowan is no slouch at all. I mean, considering the fact too, with I think a huge advantage that Wyatt 6 have, they're on the Titan shop. You're gonna get hype for them. Even when hype goes from 4 to like a 5 or 6, you're still gonna get hype for them. So I think if you have him 4, there's no reason not to use him, especially if you can run him this way. So obviously we're gonna run the link. And for those who don't know, we'll take a look at the link. So here I'll put Huskus in there. Hype might actually be combined against them, so the damage might be really skewed, but we'll kind of show it. So obviously in Showdown, if you run the link, we get the Wyatt 6 link, which multiply gems generated from moves will increase their strength by 6, which we're making 24 of those multis, so an extra 6 on 24 gems. That is a significant boost, to say the least. To say the least, that is a huge one. Plus, again, who knows what other plates eventually might come out. Like, we have a column break yeet plate for 500%. If they do that eventually with row break, could you imagine running that? And he'd be even faster. So yeah, these are now 24 19s of times 19s. So instead of that 5.3 or something, we are now 7.8 mil on those black multis. So I mean, talk about just immense damage. Just a ton. I can't even tell you how much that is. Like, that's a lot. And there we go. Make all the black. And that is a 223 million hit. Right there. 223 million turn 1 is diabolical to me for a chase card. Yeah, sure, it does require some rare things, but plate-wise, metal-wise, completely easy. The really the hardest stuff, I will say, is Howdy, and obviously just having that big first moment. But again, he'll hit even harder with the Wyatt 6 versus American Made moment. He's missing 40 levels. So yes, while he is hype 3, he is missing a lot to where it doesn't completely maybe skew him at a more maxed out level and more moment and stuff like that. Rowan, I think, is heavily slept on right now, and I will say, if you got him 4, you got the stuff, I would easily say to use him. As, yeah, I do like Roman. I just got Jay not too long ago, and I have his gear for Jay. I have his moment. I have a lot of the stuff that he wants, but the biggest issue is I don't have hype for him. Whereas Rowan, I'm getting constantly, all the time. Um, like I just got him to 3, and I'm getting all the others up. Like again, in the last video with Joe, he was 2. Now he's a 3. I could have made Abby. I can make Abby a 4. My Dexter's a 3. My Bo's a 2, but he's super close to being a 3 on his own. So again, in terms of hype and stuff, like I get it. Jay is great, but I think you can't sleep on Rowan, man. I think he's a sleeper pick in terms of a card. Like there's no reason not to use him, really, other than the fact you might have someone that hits maybe a bit harder and is maybe a tidbit faster. But otherwise, I cannot complain. I mean, let me run this one more time because I can't complain on this at all for a card. Like, especially considering the fact he's an A tier. He's not, the card itself is not hard to get. Shards are not hard to get. A lot of just him and the plates and stuff are not hard. The hardest part really is Howdy and getting that moment because you need 4 of the 5, so you need at least one of the S pluses to really get it going. You definitely need one in order to like really get the benefits. But man, otherwise, if you can do it, like, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. It's really strong. 224. So, again, I love it. I love it. Again, if you need someone that's going to do big damage, who's pretty quick, I mean, I don't hate Rowan at all for the Wyatt 6. I really don't. I see no reason as to not run him. So, if you have him, if you have the stuff, I highly recommend at least trying yours out and see where he fits on your roster. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you stick around this long to hear me say this for the video. Stick around for the whole video. But make sure to like, comment, sub, and share. Again, next video will be for the re-reviews, I should say, is going to be on Dexter, which if you thought Rome was good, man, you guys are going to love Dexter as well. Dexter honestly is up there. I do think he's actually better than Rowan. So if you like Rowan a ton, Dex can actually be really strong, and he's still a very top technician in the game. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.